So there are some things that just do not need reinventing. The lead acid battery, probably the top of the line. The toilet design, it's kind of like reached its pinnacle or its zenith. And the mousetrap, of all things. But so when someone said, oh, you can get better laces, I thought, I don't know, laces are laces. How do you improve shoelaces? But I do wear out the heels of my shoes a lot because I never like to untie and tie. I just kind of like to have them at a tightness where I can slip them on and slip them off. Well, if you use them as slippers like that, the backs do wear down. So someone said, try lock laces. Lock laces. And I thought, okay, I kind of get the idea what they probably are, but I've never tried them. So I'm going to try them out and actually see if it helps. And this will be pretty quick because they either work or they don't. All right, well, the installation was pretty straightforward. You just kind of put the laces down like normal shoelaces and then wrap them up through, put it through the little collar and then the little locking strip after you've cut it. So people can kind of figure out. Instructions are very, very simple, but it's not rocket science. I put it on my left shoe, but not my right shoe. So I've been wearing them around for about 4 or 5 hours. Again, these shoes I only wear indoors just because they're so comfortable. A lot of money to spend for slippers, I know. And I would say they're pretty close. You do get a little more flexibility when you slip in and out of these as opposed to these, but it's not night and day. But I think, it saves the heel just a little bit, or not the heel, but the kind of the back, a little bit of wear and tear. At rest, it feels just a tiny bit tighter than my regular laces, which I keep kind of loose anyway. I mean, they're pretty loose, so that there's that. I kind of like the shoe to just be as relaxed as possible, not know what's really there, but also be secure. So it's a tough balance. I would say it's definitely enough for me to go ahead and put on the right side and then convert completely over to these elastic strips or locked laces, whatever they call them. And then I'm going to probably buy another pair and put them on my outdoor shoes, the shoes I wear when I leave the house. So I'll do them both. They're kind of cool, and yeah, there's no reason not to, I guess. They kind of allow that extra. They're tight enough to not kind of fall off, but they allow a little bit of extra flexibility, so I'm not hurting the back of the shoe. So there you go. For $8, why not? Well, I've been using the lock laces for about 5 days now, and I gotta say, they work okay. They may be a little bit more snug than regular laces. However, my shoelaces have never come untied, and I think it's a little less pressure on the heel. However, like most things, and because of our lax copyright laws or patent laws, a company can come along and make the same product and yet just do it cheaper. So, I kind of figured out they're probably not going to include me as a sponsor now, I'm not going to get any money from this because I found another pair that's probably half as much, is about half as much, like $5 instead of 10, and it's a knockoff from China. And I don't know much about it, but I want to try it on my other shoes. And yeah, if it's the same experience, and really it's a little bungee cord and some pieces of plastic, so it doesn't have to be an expensive device at all. It's all markup at some point. But let's try them out and see if these work just as well as the name brand, in which case, maybe it's best to save the $5, half as much. So inside this bag, I got pretty much the same exact pair of the bungee cable. They look identical. And a little tiny bag, and inside there's a tiny little screwdriver, which I think is kind of a waste. I don't know if that's necessary for that limited of a job. But the lace locks, well, there's two parts of it. There's a little lock that kind of squeezes it for your laces don't come undone. And then there's a little shoelace tie ends, and that I think is the exact same as the other one. It's like, I don't know if it's the same exact part or a copy of it, but whatever it is, they just sort of stole the patent. So I put one on one shoe, and I did not put it on the other shoe. I'm going to kind of try, one on one so I can kind of feel the difference. I left this one really loose this time because my other pair I felt was a little tight. And I'll just try it out for an evening and see the difference, and I'll probably convert over to 100% the lock lace rip-off, or maybe not, but let's try it out. But other than that little locking clip, the entire thing's just an exact duplicate of the one that's twice as expensive, so I don't know. Okay, well, at this point, I guess I'm done with laces for now. I don't know how long I've put the locking laces. This is the knockoff pair, and I've got the legitimate name brand pair, the original, the OG of laces, on those other shoes, and I put them on these shoes. So I'd say, Yeah, it works pretty well. It's not really night and day difference, but kind of a little extra flexibility. These backs of these are actually kind of already ruined, so I'm not sure how much it'll help. But so far, yeah, you got to just keep them. I just got to keep them really loose, and they seem fine. If nothing else, it keeps the shoelaces from coming untied. So to me, that's almost worth the price alone. So anyway, yeah, I'm happy with them, and I'm probably use them for future pairs of shoes. So that's my take on the lock laces.